Hey there, before we dive into the rest of this, I just want to let you know about a couple things. First, normally this type of video would have been locked behind my Patreon, but I wanted to share it with all of you because there's a lot of really cool stuff that I talk about and share with everybody that gets locked behind that wall, and maybe this would interest you to come take a look. I have recently changed my Patreon literally in the last week, and there are now quite a few different reward options that you can choose from that I am really proud of, that I'm able to start to implement now. I hope that you take a look at the link in the description below and the link that just popped up on your screen. I am incredibly proud of the community that's attached to this channel now, and I'm just astonished that we've come together in the way that we have, and I just can't wait to see it grow even more. I'm working on countless things behind the scenes that I would love to be able to share right now, but pretty soon I'll be able to talk about some of them. And in the meantime, I'm just going to be tirelessly working to provide everybody with some more information, some more educational items, some more entertaining items, and just some more personal items. So a glimpse into a really great, accepting and welcoming community that I truly cherish. And I feel like I can't get by my days without that group. For all of you that have been a part of it for this last just over a year, you've got this community to where it is. You've really helped it get there, and now we're sort of taking that next step. The Patreon means the world to me, and the amount of people that have signed on to show support for the channel and the brand is just mind-blowing still. I appreciate you. My family appreciates you, and it's kind of a sad thing to say, but one of the things that I appreciate the most is I've never been happier doing something in my life than what I do for this channel. So thank you all for everything that you've done to support that. Here's to many more. And now, on with the rest of the video. Your hair is crazy. Fix that just a little bit. I guess summer hair don't care.
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, you can do the intro, sir.
Hello and welcome back to Disconnected.
Great job. Spencer is here because we're going to go over a bunch of Patreon pickups like we've done many, many times in the past. And the kids haven't been involved in a while, so I'm excited to see what they say about some of these. Do you want to jump into the movies first, or you want to catch up and say hi and check in on how you've been doing first?
Check in.
Check in. So first, it's summer now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, no more school for a couple more days, and then you go to summer school for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you done anything fun on summer break yet?
We have a new game on the Xbox box, which is Hello Neighbor.
Yeah.
And we got it from Mother's Day.
Yeah, Mommy got it for Mother's Day.
On May.
Yep, in May. And what about just a couple days ago? You and I went and did some fun stuff together, huh?
Yeah.
Tell them about your day. What did you do with me?
We did like some fighting in WWE UK 2022.
No. Well, we've done that at home. But what did we go and do? Just you and me. Do you remember? What did we do 2 days ago?
We go to a golf course where dinosaurs are.
Yeah, we went to prehistoric putt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what did you think of the mini putt?
Good.
Yeah. What was your favorite hole? Because they had some crazy holes.
I like the slingshot.
They had a slingshot hole, right? We had to pull the string back and launch our ball all the way across.
Yeah. It was just like a straight line.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy though, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had golf pong, like beer pong. They had a
stacking one.
Yeah, there was a stacking one. There was we had to shoot a pool with our ball once.
Yeah.
To get it in the holes.
And we did like a maze one.
Yeah, the maze one was kind of tough, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't see where the end was.
Yeah, because it was really bright in there when we were doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I can put the video of us doing that in right here, because you beat me on that hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did great. And then what did we do after mini putt that day? You tired?
We went to Quick Trip and we saw a lady, so we got the lady some water.
Yes, we did get a lady some water. What did we get for you?
Slushies.
Yeah, you got a slushie. And what kind did you choose?
Blue raspberry.
How was it?
Good.
Yeah, it looked super tasty because it was very hot outside, huh?
I put it in the fridge.
Yep. It's still there because you didn't finish it, huh?
Yeah.
And then after that, we went to
Target.
Yeah, and what did you choose?
To get like a Chica plushie for my stuffies.
Yeah, you got a new stuffy. And what is Chica from?
Like a Target, and it's with Freddy.
Is it Five Nights at Freddy's stuff?
Yes.
Yes. You like that one.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was super hot, so we decided it was kind of time for dinner, huh?
Yeah.
What did you choose?
Five Guys.
Yeah, and you got a burger like the size of your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was it?
Good.
Anything else exciting that you want to share?
No.
Wow, Spencer was just stuck in a binder clip, and he's good now. On that note, I think it's time we get to the movies. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. So first up, I got half of this stack for you, and the other half is going to be for Jonah. So we're going to start with this big old box, and it's called In the Line of Duty 1 through 4, because you can see there are 4 movies in there. So this is the front of the box. And then I through IV means 1 through 4. Here's the picture for everybody, and here's the picture for you. What do you think this one's going to be about?
Like there's like chapters in it.
There's chapters? Yeah.
Yeah. And there's gonna be like planes.
It does look like there's a plane. You're right.
Yeah.
Anything else that looks crazy or interesting that you think might happen?
And Duty kind of looks like the guns.
The Duty is the guns?
Yeah.
So In the Line of Guns is the name of it, basically?
Yeah.
So this one, obviously the counterparts for this came out from Eureka in the UK, and this came out in the US from 88 Films. Got a nice booklet, which the Eureka one didn't have because they didn't come all bundled. And I'm very curious to go further into these. I think I've seen 2 of these before, and never the other 2. So I'm ready, very much ready for those. And next, I don't know what you're going to think of this one. This is a Best Buy exclusive steelbook from Lionsgate called Crank. And it's a dude. What do you think Crank's about?
Like, there's a human called Crank.
His name is Crank?
Yeah.
Yeah? And what does Crank do?
And he goes, like, to an orchestra.
He goes to an orchestra?
Yeah.
Why is he going to the orchestra?
Because he want to hear really good music.
Just because he wants to hear good music?
Yeah.
That's a perfect reason to go to an orchestra. Now, do you want to see what's crazy about the steelbook?
Yeah.
This is the front part of it, but when you take off the front, look at what's inside.
Oh!
Whoa. Now, does that change anything for you?
Yeah, it looks like he's a skeleton.
So what do you think happened to Crank, not Frank?
Like somebody said fire.
Somebody lit Crank on fire?
Yeah. Or like a bomb exploded on
And
it.
actually, when you open the whole thing, you get a full picture.
A full picture of his arm.
Yep, full picture of his arm. Yep, that is Crank. And I love Lionsgate steelbooks, and they're pretty cheap, so it's always a win. This next one is going to look kind of like the inside of Crank. This is VHS 99.
So it kind of looks like it's lightning versus fire.
Fire and lightning. That's pretty cool, huh? What do these look like, the circles?
Eyes.
They look like eyes, but you know what those are?
What?
That's the front of 2 cameras.
Oh.
Yeah, because they're filming so that we can see this anthology horror from RLJE and Shudder, and it's good. I mean, I've seen VHS 99 streaming. It's great. I like most of the VHS films. Now, this one is a trilogy. What's it called?
It's a woman
Trilogy.
Oh.
The Woman Trilogy.
It kind of looks like a human.
It is a human.
It looks like a double.
Yeah, because it's called the Woman Trilogy, so they made a W for the word woman. Yeah. Now, this is a 4K trilogy of the 3 films in here. This is from Cape Light in Germany. And, the 3 films, we got The Offspring, The Woman, and Darlin. And if I remember right, I believe this is the only 4K releases of Offspring and The Woman. Arrow Video had released Offspring and The Woman in, I think, maybe just the UK. And then this is the only way to get all three on 4K. Darlin is one that a lot of people have not heard of or seen, but it wraps up the whole Woman trilogy. I had the steelbook for Darlin, but then I got this for super cheap, and very glad I did. It's a decent media book. It's a nice size. Once you open it up and take off the J card, all those ratings and extra things disappear. So yeah, I really like the movies in this, and eager to see them again in 4K, and they're uncut. So win-win. You've got just a few left. First one is, what's that word? Can you read that?
Loathsome?
Asylum.
Oh, asylum.
Asylum. What does that look like?
Like a clown?
Like a clown. Do you think is a nice clown or mean clown?
Mean.
You trying to flick me in the face? What was that? What do you think is going to happen in Asylum?
Like the clown is gonna like kill all other people, and like a sheriff is gonna kill the clown.
A sheriff is going to kill a clown?
Because it's a murder.
Oh gosh, kind of morbid.
Yeah.
Where'd you hear about stories like that?
There was this Roblox game called Murder Mystery 2.
Oh, on Roblox, you heard about Murder Mystery 2.
Yeah.
Well, we need to moderate your content better. Next up, this is in German, but the actual English name of the movie is The Eye of the Tiger, and that is with Gary Busey. And look at everything going on in that.
Yeah. It's got a plane, a car, and like the guy who has a long gun.
A long gun. And what are these guys driving?
The car.
Oh, no,
no. The bikes.
Those are motorcycles. And this movie is pretty amazing. If you watched the In Defense of the Genre with Laurent from Wicked Vision and Will Dodson, of course, they went toe-to-toe on 80s action, and this one is Laurent's number one pick. This is a wild 80s action film. If you've never seen it, I highly suggest seeking it out. Wicked Vision absolutely kills it with their releases, and I had to have this media book, so picked it up. We've got two more for you. What is this one called?
In the Cut.
In the Cut. What do you think In the Cut is about?
Like, there's like these three there's these three persons who are like cutting, and then there's like scissors that cut them.
Scissors cut them?
And then here comes a rock.
A rock?
And then it smashes the scissors.
Is there any paper in this movie?
Well, there's white. Well.
Oh, the white part is the paper?
Yeah.
So does the paper ever beat the rock?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, paper beats rock in rock, paper, scissors.
Yep. So who ends up winning at the end of this movie?
The Rock.
The Rock wins?
Yeah.
All right. Good job, Dwayne Johnson. Then we've got the last one for you. This is the newest MCU film to come out on 4K, and this one is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. This is the Best Buy exclusive 4K steelbook, which means it's metal, and it has the movie on the inside. Ooh, yeah. You haven't seen an Ant-Man movie yet, but you've seen some other superhero movies, right?
Yeah.
Which one has been your favorite so far?
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Spider-Man No Way Home. That's a good one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you could guess what would be in an Ant-Man movie, what do you think will be in this one?
Like Ant-Man and Wasp fight the Hulk.
Ant-Man and Wasp fight the Hulk?
Yeah.
That would be a very, like, outbalanced fight. Who do you think would win?
The Wasp and Ant-Man.
Ant-Man and the Wasp beat the Hulk?
Yeah.
How do they beat him?
Like, they both turn small and like they turn like Batman comes in.
Oh man.
And then turns them into bats, and then they fly around the Hulk.
That sounds way more exciting than all of the comic book films we get. You should be a writer someday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'd write some good stories. Well, that's all I have for you today. How did you enjoy that? Was it fun?
Yeah.
Anything you want to say to everybody before we go?
please subscribe to our videos.
Subscribe to our videos.
Yeah.
That's a good one to give.
And give some emojis.
How about a thumbs up? Like the video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And subscribe.
And subscribe. And have a good day.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
All right, now Spencer's done, and we're here with Jonah. Jonah, it's summer. How we doing?
It's good.
Good. Done anything exciting this first week of summer?
We went to the Missouri River.
We had a full day out. You want to tell them about the whole day?
Yeah, that's what I was about to.
All right, go ahead.
So the first day, the first thing we did, we got a Krispy Kreme donuts.
Was the first time Jonah's ever had Krispy Kreme donuts.
Mm-hmm. And then,
I think the river.
And then we went to the river.
What'd you think of the river?
It was pretty.
It was nice because it was actually raining all of the entire night before, and we were going to go on a hike, but everything would have been a little dangerous. So we went to see the river because Jonah's never been close to the river, and we walked pretty close down to the bank. We were only like 10 feet away from the actual water. Jonah had never seen a river like that up close. It was nice. Then what?
And then
we rode on the
streetcar.
We rode on the streetcar from downtown Kansas City down to Union Station.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got to walk through the skylights all the way over to Crown Center in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went in some shops, looked at some things, and went and saw the fountains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then we went back on the streetcar. And then
we had lunch.
Oh, yeah, we had lunch. What did you pick for lunch?
Legend of Asia.
Yeah, a really nice Asian buffet because Jonah wanted a bunch of sushi. And he got to finish with some ice cream, had some chicken.
I barely had any.
Yeah, because you were stuffed. And then after that, we went to the store and you got to pick
something.
What'd you get?
I got something Pokemon.
You got some Pokemon cards, and I think you got one that you really wanted, right?
It's a Gyarados EX.
I have no idea what that means. And then you got a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
balding. And it looks really good. You look wonderful. Anything else you want to share with everybody?
Nope.
All right. All right, let's get into your movies. You ready? All right. First one. Hoppin' Mad, the Mr. Vampire sequels. This is from Eureka, and they did put out the first Mr. Vampire film, but now this is 2, 3, 4, and Vampire versus Vampire. What do you think this one?
I think it's about like war and stuff.
It's about war?
Yeah.
Even though it's called the Mr. Vampire sequels?
Yeah.
And it's a war film. All right.
It just looks like it on the front.
Yeah. I can see that a little bit. This has a whole bunch of special features, and not to mention, it's got 4 movies. Like, this is a really well put together set. Eureka does some great stuff. This one is from Radiance, and you can tell me what that one's called.
The Bride Wore Black.
The Bride Wore Black. And what do you think about this one?
To be honest, I have no idea.
It's a really just artistic piece, huh? Well, I'm going to take the cover off, and I'm going to read you the tagline for it, and maybe that'll help you. But also, you'll get to see the whole picture. So when you take that off, this little strip right here on the inside, we can move. So you take just this little strip out, and now you see the entire picture. Close this. And it says, she was a bride when the violence happened. Now she's a widow, and it's going to happen again.
So I think... Well, I just read it.
Yeah, of course.
I think she got like shot in the head.
Jesus, my kids are morbid.
Dad, I just said what's about, and then somehow she comes back to life, and then it happens again.
Comes back to life, and she gets shot in the head again. Wow. Does she live through the second shot?
Yes.
So she's just indestructible, I guess. Where do you guys hear these stories? Like, how do you come up with she gets shot in the head?
Yes.
All right. All right. This next one I'm actually really excited about, and this one is from Arbelos or Arbelos. I've actually not heard them say it out loud. I don't think. I want to take the plastic off of this one because it's one of those ones that's kind of hard to see through. So this is Cinematic Sorceress: The Films of Nina Menkes.
I think it's about the 2018 wildfire in California.
That's so specific. I mean, yeah, it's a palm tree on fire, so that makes sense. The 2018 wildfire in California. Can you tell me anything about the fire?
No, I have no idea.
You don't know. You just know that there was a wildfire in 2018.
Yeah.
All right. And this actually has multiple films in here. We've got The Great Sadness of Zohara and Magdalena Viraga in new 2K restorations. The Great Sadness of Zohara, that's one. Magdalena Viraga, in that's the second one. And then Queen of Diamonds, that's another one. And The Bloody Child in a new 4K restoration for those other ones. Then we've got a bunch of special features, Q&A. What are you smiling about?
That was just a lot of stuff I didn't know.
Well, that's okay. This next one, I actually had never heard of this, and I was recording my other podcast, The Incinerator, and we were doing an episode on single location thrillers, and somebody basically said this is the best one they've ever seen, and they were going to defend it to the death almost. This one, what's that one called?
A standoff at the Sparrow Creek.
The Standoff at Sparrow Creek. I had never heard of it. Why don't you tell me what happens in this one?
I think it's a guy that is just going down a creek and he sees guys with guns and then the other guy that was just friendly had a gun and then they just fight.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably about it. Nicely done. I can't wait to see that one. Next is the newest one from MVD Rewind, I believe. I think 2 just came out. This is the only one I got. But this had also previously come out from Vinegar Syndrome, and I love this movie. This is amazing. This one is called
LA Wars.
LA Wars. Why don't you tell me about that one?
Another war.
It is a war movie, and it says a ruthless drug lord and a powerful mafia boss battle for the streets of LA. What do you think might happen in there?
LA gets destroyed.
LA gets destroyed. Nice. We got some special features on here, including some new stuff. And yeah, good solid release from MVD Rewind. And this is number 48. 48. Next, Drowning by Numbers. This is a 4K release. This is filmed by Peter Greenaway. This was put out by Severn Films. Drowning by Numbers.
I think it's people that are on like a cruise and they're just having fun and then it randomly sinks.
So you're just having fun and somebody just falls in the water and goes to the bottom?
Well, all of the people that are on the boat.
All of the people on the boat drown?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing. Well,
yeah, that's incredible. Last one from you. It's this giant box.
That's nuts.
This is one movie. Can you read that?
Picnic at the Hanging Rock.
Picnic at Hanging Rock. This is a 4K release from Second Sight in the UK. And, I mean, first off, what do you think this is about, just by looking at that picture?
Someone gets married. I don't know.
Someone gets married? That's what that picture means. Somebody gets married. Nice. That's a good guess. This is about a story from 1900. And this says, on Saturday, the 14th of February, 1900, a party of schoolgirls from Appleyard College picnicked at Hanging Rock near Mount Macedon in the state of Victoria. During the afternoon, several members of the party disappeared without a trace. This is a really famous movie from Australia, actually. And, man, Second Sight, they do some great stuff, but then they make some odd choices. Like, I love this box. Why is there nothing on the back? You should print your stuff on the back. I don't want this flimsy J card. I want all of this information. So all of these special features, I want those printed on the back. Why do I have to hold on to this? It's messy. On the inside, you want to see everything we got in here?
I guess.
Maybe. Man, that was like vacuum sealed in there.
No, that was really satisfying though.
It was satisfying. Okay, so we got some art cards. Really, really nice artistic choices in this movie. Yeah, this movie is beautiful. Here, I'll show them since this thing is falling off now. We've got the cover that we had on the box. We've got this one. and then some of the art from the film itself, and then probably one of the most famous pictures from the film.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got this one. What's that next to her?
Snake.
A
Boa.
snake. And then finally this one. All right. Let's set those down over by you. Then look at this, dude. We've got Picnic at Hanging Rock, this book, and this is like the special features book. There's all kinds of extra features in here. We got essays. There's all kinds of writing. We've got stuff from the cast and crew. The Secret of Straying from the Path. Picnic at Hanging Rock is a folk horror and fairy tale by Kat Ellinger. An Idea of the Past, references to painting and photography, and Peter Weir's Picnic at Hanging Rock by Justine Smith. The Shadow of the Rock by Rebecca Harkins Cross. Sheila's Through the Looking Glass and What Michael Found There. Back to Picnic at Hanging Rock by Daniel Bird. The Picnic Papers by Daniel Bird. A Costume Gallery, and a few more little featurettes at the end of this. Astonishing stuff. And then you've got the novel Picnic at Hanging Rock, and this is almost 200 pages long, and it's literally a novel. This one was already, I forgot to say how long this one was. So this one's a little over 130 pages long, probably about 132, 134, something like that. And then everything that you really want is all in here. So they've got the classic second sight digipack, opens up, and it is a full-on 4-disc set. So in this, we've got a 4K disc with the feature film. We've got a 4K disc with the special features, and then Blu-ray discs as well. This is just an incredible release. Like, everything you could want is in here. Really, really nice. Anything else that you want to talk about? Share with everybody? Are you sure?
Yep.
You want to say anything to people?
Goodbye.
Goodbye is a good place to start. All right. I think that's it, Joe. Everything else good?
Yeah. Good job.
You just hit me.
Bye.
Love you, bud.
Yeah.
All right. Now that the kids are gone, let's break into some of the things that they either couldn't see or might be a little weird or whatever, just to go over the rest of them. First off, just released this week is the first one of these. Vestron put out a steelbook of Maximum Overdrive. Now, we had seen the artwork previously. This was posted, and I got to admit, it looks way better in person than it did on the website. This was a Walmart exclusive, by the way. Folding it out, here is the entire thing, and it's pretty good. And then on the inside, first off, they've got the actual art printed on the steelbook, and then art on the disc, which is great. And then behind the disc, it says Stephen King's Maximum Overdrive, stylized and everything. Now, the exciting thing, it had a digital copy of Maximum Overdrive on the inside, which I am definitely going to be using, actually. And then, on top of that, people were curious, like, okay, Vestron had put this out previously. Is this going to be Vestron branded or whatever? The important thing here is it doesn't say Vestron on the spine, but on the J card, they did use the Vestron video branding. So yeah, this is a part of the actual Vestron line. The disc on the inside is the Vestron disc that they put out previously, with the J card in store, because this is available in some Walmarts where they still have some physical media. Here it is, and it's actually pretty well made. And what's crazy, this Maximum Overdrive steelbook is cheaper than the Amaray release with the slipcover when it first came out, because that was, I believe, the last of their kind of highly priced Blu-rays. That one came out at like $29.99, and this is like $21.99, and it's the same disc in a better, higher quality package, in my opinion. Next up, got in the latest package from Cauldron Films. This one was pre-ordered last year, literally. This includes the first Neon Eagle release and a Cauldron title together. So the Cauldron title, gonna have to censor ever so slightly. Frankenstein 80. Here's the back of the slipcase, and this is great looking. Like, Cauldron is quickly becoming easily one of my favorite labels. We got a nice booklet in here, a nice poster. Some of their special features are just incredibly well made. I trust Jesse so much, and I'm just happy that they're seeing a lot of success so far. Next is that first release from Neon Eagle, and it is not a slipcase like Cauldron has been doing. It is a full-on slip cover release, and it is a very high-quality slip, a la TerraVision or Vinegar Syndrome or Fun City, fully thick and everything. It's really nice. On top of that, embossed, a lot of embossing. We got some spot gloss, as you'll see reflecting there, and then the back. There's even more, like a lot of gloss on the back here, some embossing. This is just a really high quality product. I got to admit, the Neon Eagle branding looks great on the side of the slip here, and then the branding is spot gloss. One of those things, just as somebody that loves the actual physical presentation of some of these, really impressed with this on the first release. On top of that, they included this wonderful sticker. When it came, it was inside the slipcover, just up against the case. So you probably got one in case you didn't pull that out and notice or start to, how come everybody else got a sticker and I didn't? This was here under the slipcover. Here is the inside cover. This has the Underground Wife title, and then there is a Kill Butterfly Kill inner art on the other side, and then we've got 2 discs and this really long booklet. Just a really great release for the first thing out of the gates from Neon Eagle. I'm very impressed, and I'm not surprised whatsoever. Jared from Mondo Macabro and Jesse and Brian from Cauldron are the ones behind this, and you can just tell they love what they're doing and they are happy to put out a great product. Speaking of great product, Radiance has been killing it all year, and the only one that seems to be letting people down is this one that I got in. This one, it's not letting everybody down. I'll say that. It's a fairly divisive film. She Dies Tomorrow. Eager to see this one. The synopsis actually sounds interesting to me. A lot of people that got it said that they just didn't feel much from the story. Fairly slow. I like that kind of film. I will happily check that out. Radiance has been doing very well, and I trust Fran like crazy. Next is a label that I don't get a lot of stuff from, and a lot of people have never picked up a title from at all. That is Grasshopper Films, and they put out a Lodge Kerrigan film called Keen. This one is produced by Steven Soderbergh, and I've heard nothing but amazing things about this film. And the moment they announced this, I put it on my wish list and just happened to be able to pick it up and can't wait to see it. I showed this on Reconnected, but just in case you were curious, the documentary Ennio about Morricone has come out in the UK. It is released by Dogwolf, and it is English subtitled. So I can finally see this. This has got a really beautiful German 4K release, not English friendly, but this is, and I can't wait to watch it. So this next one, I was needing to revisit this for another project, and I looked and realized I didn't have the Criterion release, and then started seeing if there were any other releases. Not sure if this one will ever come to 4K necessarily, but when I saw that it had an English-friendly release that was put out by a label that I call a friend of mine now, I had to buy the Wicked Vision release of The Night Porter, and yeah, this is just a really solid release. We got a whole bunch of special features on here. I believe a lot of the stuff that we've gotten on other discs, and a lot of this will be English friendly, and I can't wait to watch this version. Next up, I just mentioned TerraVision. I got in their newest bundle with Get My Gun, which honestly may be my most anticipated title from them at the moment. The inside art looks like this, and I'm very eager to see this. Everything that I've read about this movie makes it sound absolutely astonishing, and can't wait. But maybe the most anticipated title to get a release for some people for years, Linnea Quigley's Horror Workout. Now, first off, I'm amazed that this has an actual Blu-ray release. The amount of work that TerraVision did to get this done is incredible. The slipcover on this, embossed, spot gloss everywhere. This is just over the top great. Really, really top-notch attention to detail. The styling matches everything that you find on this perfectly. And my wife has never seen any of this, and eager to see her eyes go, what the fuck is this? Yeah, so Linnea Quigley's Horror Workout. Linnea Quigley getting a lot of love. Just got announced a part of a double feature from Culture Shock. And yeah, she's obviously a favorite. A lot of people love Linnea Quigley. So eager to pop that in again and revisit it after, I don't know, like 25 years. Next up, a Radiance Films release that is getting a ton of love, and that is Yakuza Graveyard. Was not going to miss this one. This looks maybe to be the one that aligns with my taste most so far from Radiance. They've put out a couple great titles like Miami Blues that I loved, and some others. This one, though, it seems to fit exactly what I want out of a Radiance release. Another release that I kind of missed a couple months ago that I really wanted to pick up and just had an opportunity at a decent price. I got in the beta test from Arrow Video. This is a movie that I have not seen yet and very eager to. Been wanting to for quite some time. Then this next one has eluded me for months. So this originally came out as a Steelbook only release, I believe. And then it got a standard release, and I wanted this something like that. I don't even remember how it was, but basically the Steelbook came out, and then you couldn't find it anywhere for a long time. And I finally found it in stock again, so I picked up RLJE's release of Mad God. Now, unfortunately, it's got a floater. I still haven't seen Mad God, but this is the type of thing I love, and I know I'm going to absolutely adore this release. So can't wait to watch this. I just hope the disc is all right. I'll be opening it right after this. You know what? No, I'm going to open it right now while we talk about this. I really appreciate that RLJE is releasing these streaming-only Shudder titles. It is not something that we get. Oh, geez. So not only is it a floater, the actual disc tray is cracked. I might have to do some surgery and put in another 2-disc. Let me see if there's anything I can't show. I might have to do some surgery and put in a little 2-disc tray from another Steelbook release. But yeah, this stinks. Oh well. Damages happen. No big deal. Life will go on. Let's see if I can lodge it into place a little bit better. No damage. I mean, it's not scratched at all, so nothing to complain about. It looks like it'll be all right. No big deal. Then this one was produced by Kat Ellinger, and she put together all of the extras. She called on friends to do what they could to make this the best release possible. And this is Volume 1. So I'm very curious to see what they got next. This is the Danza Macabra Volume 1 from Severin, the Italian Gothic collection. This has The Monster of the Opera, The Seventh Grave, Scream of the Demon Lover, and Lady Frankenstein. The art on this is some of the most impressive art that Severin has ever released. I love the way this looks. Yeah, tons of special features on this. Great looking box. Just Severin doing great with box sets. Who knew that they could do great box sets? That seems to be their major claim to fame lately. I've showed this in a couple videos, but just in case you've missed those and are watching this primarily because it's a pickup video, I mentioned Wicked Vision earlier, but I just want to highlight and say thank you to them again because they sent another care package for me helping them, and it included 2 things. One of them I love, and one of them I adore. And first, New Year's Evil. Solid release. Love the art on this. This is the same art that they used on the Kino release, and the release from Wicked Vision is just fantastic. We got 2 discs, nice writing in the middle, of course, all in German since it's from Germany, but there's lots of ways to get around that. And then maybe the release from Wicked Vision that is probably going to be one of the most sought after releases from them for a while, and that is their release of the Monster Squad. So incredible art all around on this, but the big thing is this has the film here under the title Monster Busters, and then in the back it's got the Wolfman's Got Nards documentary, and this is on pressed Blu-ray for the first time in the entire world. The US got a release of this, but it was a mod Blu-ray that was burned, or it was a BDR, basically. It was a burned Blu-ray. And then, as usual, Wicked Vision sending in all kinds of swag with their releases, and they don't upcharge for this. This is just built into the cost. You got a couple beer mats, some stickers. You've got a little Monster Squad member card. If you need us, call us. And then all kinds of art cards. You've got these 5 big ones, and then you've got these Fun Facts 15 trivia character cards. And I mean, it's so fairly priced. It's just sad that other boutiques can't compete with something like that. All right, I've got a couple more things left that I'm going to go through real quick. One is a kind of a funny story, so we'll go into that one first. A24 is a company that gouges customers like none other. I've defended some of their physical media release prices because they're not that bad. For getting a 4K set for like $34 on release day, that's not terrible for a film that you want something like that for. But some of the other stuff, like $65 shirts, or a pet rock that's $35, or a gingerbread house shaped like Hereditary that's $60, whatever it was. Their stuff is exorbitantly priced because people pay it. Now, I have loved a lot of A24 films. I've not liked many A24 films, and I've enjoyed many A24 films. So I still keep an eye on them, and I still get some stuff here and there every once in a while, nothing crazy. But I absolutely loved X and Pearl, especially X. Now, they had put out an art print for each of these films that were gorgeous, and they sold out very quickly, and then they skyrocketed to like $250 on eBay. I'm never going to pay that for an art print. Then I got an email saying, we've got some more in stock. We are selling these on sale even, and they're available, I think it was like noon Eastern. So I'm ready, like 20 minutes before noon Eastern, and I look, and it says you have to be a all access or AAA 24, whatever it's called, member to even access the sale. And I'm like, wait, what? You sent me this saying it's available. So I went and signed up. I mean, I'm still saving money because it's not $250. I'm going to buy both art prints for very cheap, and I will still come out ahead. I'll have both for less than the price of one on eBay, and I'll have a year worth of discounts, stuff like that from A24. So I got it in place, ready to go right at noon Eastern. Noon Eastern comes around, the site doesn't open. Very, very frustrating. I'm sitting here refreshing like crazy, and part of this whole all access members, whatever, is you get a concierge. So I emailed them, and they said, our site is having an issue at the moment. We will be back up as soon as possible. Of course, as I'm emailing them, the site goes up. I go back to the site to be able to get both art prints, and they're both sold out already in the 30 seconds that I was sending that email. The gentleman came back with his response, like I said, and said the site's not working. I could respond now and said, well, now it's working. Now the art prints are gone, and I signed up for nothing. And he responded, well, I can refund you the price of the membership. I went, you know what? That'd be great. I really didn't want it. It was only to be able to facilitate the purchase of these two prints. So he said, sure, no problem, refunded it. The funny thing is, they still sent their welcome package. So I asked if I should send it back, and he said no. It included this A24 zine, never coming to a theater near you, and there is a bunch of stuff written in here, some fake posters and some real posters and lots of other stuff. It included a A24 all access membership card, and enjoy your latest zine and your new proof of membership pin and card. Thanks for joining. Be on the lookout for what's next. This is the most pointless thing I've ever seen. It is a little keychain with AAA 24 and the word member on the back. And then the same thing, a credit card size one up on top, A24 all access membership card, A24. Absolutely pointless. I get it. It's just a tchotchke to show off whatever. And then the pin that they were like, hey, you still get this pin. It is this tiny little metal pin that says AAA 24. Not complaining. I didn't pay a dime for it. They still made a ton of money from everybody else that's getting these. Whatever. Be weary of prices. There's a lot of stuff out there it gets pretty predatory. A24 gets rough. All right, two more things. One is I had a patron, actually, that we sort of traded. He got sent the wrong book through ordering something from Pulse, and I had a movie that he had been wanting for a while. So I just sent him the movie, and he sent me the book because Pulse was sending him another book for free. And this is the part where patrons get an uncut view of this video. So everybody that's watching this on the channel, you're going to get just a little sneak peek, but all the patrons can see the rest of this because I can't show it on YouTube. They'll see it over there. The book is The Cult Films of Brigitte Lahaye, and that is the fish fortune teller from TerraVision. You can see the book there, sort of. Now that we're back on the regular channel stuff, I can share this last piece, and this one just came this week. I am so excited to share this. I am gonna lift up because there is a little letter here, and this is another piece that was sent by another patron, and I'm gonna read this letter word for word right here. Hi, Orion. I thought you might get a kick out of this. Enclosed is a copy of Midnight Graffiti, a magazine that I contributed to back in the early 90s. This particular issue features an excerpt from an avant-garde screenplay that I wrote entitled Zombies on Broadway. It's plenty bizarre, loosely based on an actual 1945 film of the same name featuring gangsters and nightclub singers and zombies. Bela Lugosi is even in it. Anyway, I had only read the TV Guide's capsule summary of the film, which inspired me to giddy heights of surrealism. Of course, I've long since seen the film, which is horribly dated. Unfortunately, the editor misspelled my name multiple times on the extravagant splash page for the screenplay, even though they got it right on the contents page and in the copyright notation. Oh well. There are other interesting tidbits in the mag, which might give you a window into the past. Hope you enjoy it. Hey, it's physical media, right? Be well. Stan Geezy. P.S. I also contributed a quick sketch of a pair of 3D glasses on page 6. Stan, this is one of the most personal things anybody has sent me for this channel. And I just want to say, this is incredible. This meant so much. Stan never told me he was sending this. It just showed up in my mailbox. This is the cover, and you'll see this says Midnight Graffiti. Stan said early 90s, but this actually says fall of 1988. And here is the cover, and you'll see on the bottom here, Zombies on Broadway. Now, I've got it open to Stan's portion. Now, I don't want to open this all the way to show everybody because it's from 1988. I don't want it to fall apart, and this is a treasure trove. But I do want to show a little bit. So here is the page where Stan's name is spelled wrong, like 5 or 6 times that I counted. And I read this portion immediately, and I actually really liked it. And I want to read a couple excerpts from it that stuck out as incredibly good writing. So I'm not going to go into all the details of it, but on the bottom of the 3rd page of writing, it says Zombies on Broadway is emblazoned across the screen in glorious high technicolor. The music is loud, rhythmic, and danceable. A chorus of crystal clear voices sings the title tune. And this is what I love. Listen to this. We're zombies on Broadway. We're making the grade. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, only slightly decayed. Going to the next page. Zombies on Broadway, like Ginger and Fred. We're giving our all, and we're knocking them dead. We'll walk on burning coals for you, jump in boiling oil for you, sever several limbs for you, sing a gospel hymn for you, gladly bump and grind for you, I'll peel away the rind for you. With taps on our shoes and a crease in our pants, nobody can use us to fertilize plants. We're zombies on Broadway, no longer underground, we're the living dead, and we're Broadway bound. I love this. This is great. Some of the dialogue in this is really fun. Again, Stan, you're amazing. Somebody will probably want to see the 3D glasses. So here is the sketch of 3D glasses right there. Stan is an incredible artist as well. Great writer. I've not read the entire issue because this literally just came in, I think the day before yesterday. And I took my kids out, as you heard from them earlier. I love this. Like, this is amazing. I was about to be 2 years old when this was released. And I am just astonished that you thought of me to share this. This is amazing. Stan, I will personally appreciate this for quite some time. I can't wait to read the rest of it. I'm going to baby it like crazy. You did a wonderful job of shipping it. He bagged and boarded it and everything. That is exactly how I will keep it. The letter will remain with it forever. And I am just grateful that you're around. Again, Stan, thank you so much. This is amazing. It's been a long time since I've signed off like this. From one collector to all of you, have a good night. Thank you for watching The Disconnected. On the way out, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, that you've liked the video, and that you've copied the link to be able to share with someone else that may appreciate this.